here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And we are underway in Foxborough. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Tannehill. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Pats are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, he'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
The Patriots at 11-4 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now Jones. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This defense for the Pats, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Now Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. To nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Jones. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Henry again on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd and 2, Jones.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's the fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reassured.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
That's complete to Hightower. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Bird to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 161 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A.J. Brown, 42 yards. Now his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tannehill on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now here is another interception. Marcus Jones picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Down to about the 32.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tannehill now to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first down, it's Tannehill. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Pats are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter. And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interception. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times. You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination? Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession. Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover. If you give up the football, you gave up the football. Agree to disagree, I guess. Can you tell what I played? Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go. I took a shot.
From the 38, McSorley. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Eight yards to go on second down.
Right.
Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Mitchell. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown! John Hightower. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. A handoff, running left, Henry. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Again, it's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Jones throwing on first down. He completes it to Henry.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A first down carry for Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Brown.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football.